So I wanted to talk to you today about the Diamond MediLift, which basically the Diamond MediLift is a 5-way device that works actually muscles in your lymphatic system on the face, stomach, thighs, buttocks, back, arms. So anywhere where you get fatty accumulation. The reason it's a therapy that we do here, I always like to come back to common sense for people. Why do you do it? Is because, you know, we've got all this hype in the world about working the muscles on your body, but there's no hype about really working the muscles in the face. Instead, we're more focused on let's inject toxins in the face to actually paralyze the muscles where they won't work, and let the body absorb those toxins 3 months, and then let's put a whole nother dose of toxins in there 3 months later. Well, common sense wise, that doesn't make a whole lot of common sense to me that long term that is a good solution. You know, for one, instead of working the muscles, you're paralyzing the muscles, and muscles to prevent atrophy have to be worked. So you've got to work your muscles. And two, toxins go into soft tissue. Where's soft tissue? Soft tissue accumulates around organs, fatty tissue, hair, obviously urine and stool, but toxins are going to sit around. Their job is to not to go in the organs, but kind of facilitate around the organs. It's how cancer erupts. You know, toxicity in the body is a problem in health. So I'm so passionate about looking at toxicity in the body that, to me, even though there's been times where I'm said, you know what, I'm not liking this aging process myself, you know, it might be nice to paralyze my muscles in my face. I've never done that. So we added the Diamond MediLift. It comes from Australia. Several of our machines here come out of Australia because Australia is it's actually the international leader in natural skincare. They don't look at a lot of the more harmful treatments that we do in the U.S. To make us beautiful. And in my mind, I'd rather have my brain at 90 years old than, you know, a few fine lines and wrinkles. So our role here at Body Electric is to really help us improve our appearance, improve our overall health, without doing the harmful things. So the MediLift is gonna work to tighten and tone the muscles in your face, as well as helping to facilitate the movement of toxins out of the body. So it targets fatty tissue. In the face, it's a contouring device, so it looks at the fatty tissue that is already in the face, and it helps contour and use the body's already natural fat resources to actually tighten and tone fine lines and wrinkles. You can use it also. You can use it on the stomach, as I mentioned before, thighs, buttocks, so anywhere that accumulates fat, and it's helping to you know, shrink the fat cells down through your lymphatic system. So it works with your body's natural lymphatic system, which is the way we move toxins out of the body. So it's got a twofold effect. We're tightening, toning, and lifting the muscles in the face, but we're also facilitating toxins out of the body. Whereas injectables and other types of therapies do the completely opposite type of treatment. We're injecting toxins into the face, which paralyze the muscles, and can also, you know, what people don't realize, and I see it here through some of the other therapies that we do, I see a lot of spinal cord injuries who have had reactions where Botox has actually went systemic, which what that means is it's moved in areas outside of that were injected, and it paralyzed those areas, which then created tears in the tissue in those areas, which then created a chronic problem down the road. So that is why we have a whole, you know, kind of cosmetic side here at Body Electric. And the Diamond MediLift actually I'm always looking for treatments that can do more than one thing at one time. So it's going to tighten and tone the muscles in your face. It's going to lift and provide and enhance blood flow and tone. And it's also going to contour, so use your body's natural fat to put in areas that is properly needed. It's about a 40-minute treatment. It's super relaxing, and recommended therapy through your first 10 is about twice a week for 10 sessions. Then we'd reassess. Typically, we are in a quick fix society, so I like to be very upfront about this. Typically, you're going to notice improvement at about 4 to 5 sessions into it. You're going to actually, and typically what people tell me is other people are saying, wow, you look good, what are you doing today? So it's not drastic, but it is over time. So it really can change and help maintain the appearance of your face with time. It's different every client. If you're 25, you're obviously not going to take the same amount of treatments as someone who's 65. I mean, that's just common sense. So, someone that's a little bit more aged, we're going to have to do more treatments. Others that are not, it might not take as many. I do recommend maintenance, because just like fitness and exercise, you got to maintain the muscles in your face. So, maintenance for a lot of clients after we get that desired result is 1 to 2 times a month. So very reasonable and realistic, and can really keep you feeling young, looking young, and aging gracefully without putting harmful toxins into the body. And that's kind of all our premise in everything we do in skincare here is, and I get approached by a lot of people sometimes, hey, let's add this and do this. And my question always does it work? Yes. And is it going to improve their overall health? And if I can't answer that number 2 question, we're typically not going to do it here. If it's harmful or toxic, I just can't. We're not gonna go there. So the MediLift is a good alternative for folks who are, questioning whether or not the injections that they're getting are actually healthy and are going to be a good long-term solution for them. So it's an alternative to helping tighten and tone the muscles in the face, increasing blood flow for everybody. And in my opinion, it's a good alternative.